Baltimore economic community, gave a speech on his work. He began with a shaky introduction, stating that he was unsure about how his speech was going to go, because while he grew up with a very extroverted mother, his father, who was an engineer, was very quiet and introverted. Now, had he not mentioned anything other than his father's profession, the audience would have thought, wow, he must be intelligent, his father was an engineer. But because he mentioned that he was an introvert, the audience's perception of the speech changed from effective and intellectual to ineffective and poorly written.
This is a common misconception associated with being introverted. People tend to think that being introverted means you're antisocial, while in reality, introverts are just differently social. For instance, an introvert would receive more satisfaction out of having an intimate dinner with a couple of friends over going to a loud dinner party with people they don't know. Introverts tend to prefer low stimulus environments over high stimulus. A very prominent individual in the field, Susan Cain, a self-proclaimed introvert herself, mentions that the misconception stems from a misunderstanding of the difference between shyness and introversion. According to Cain, shyness is the fear of negative social judgment. There are shy introverts and extroverts. However, not every introvert is shy and not every extrovert isn't shy. Our workplace culture has shifted over the years and that it is set up with a heavy reliance on group work and interaction. There is very little privacy in most workplaces today. In fact, increasingly more workplaces are set up for maximum group interaction and consist of open floor plans in order to foster group work. Our culture has become too lopsided, and that workplaces tend to believe creativity and productivity can only be fostered from a group. This further makes the introverts of the world seem less suited for leadership positions.
According to one Harvard Business School study, there are proven benefits to having introverted leaders run a company and teams filled with proactive members. Imagine if there were a team made up of all extroverted members and also led by an extrovert. While the members were brainstorming, the leader would be too busy interacting and attempting to brainstorm with them that no new ideas could possibly blossom into a profitable project. The leader would be too busy with his or her own ideas on top of the team's to appreciate and consider all of the possibilities. Now, imagine the same team with an introverted leader. While the team went through brainstorming, the introverted leader would take the time to consider, understand, and weigh all of the possibilities. He or she would listen and process the ideas and allow them to develop into profitable projects. Companies that only breed extroverts fail to recognize the power of introverts and play into the ineffective team dynamic I previously mentioned. With many young professionals attempting to perfect their extroverted tendencies, those who are introverts will have a better chance at leading because of their unique power over extroverts.
So, how do we correct the misconceptions about introverts? We can't be blinded by the perceived dominance of extroverts. We must focus on individuals whose deeds go unrecognized because they are the ones who are more likely to possess the traits that will propel them and help them succeed in new leadership roles. Secondly, we need to offer more autonomy and freedom in the workplace. Group work is a great way to brainstorm and offer creativity. However, time needs to be allotted for reflection and independent work as well. And lastly, give introverts a chance. Listen to their ideas. And introverts, don't discount yourselves and your work like the speaker did. Just because you are an introvert doesn't mean you are awkward and antisocial. It means that your revolutionary ideas are just waiting to be expressed.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.